I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about the importance of reading and obtaining information on a regular basis, not from the typical sources. What I mean by that is most people these days seem to get all their input of information from either television or internet, and I think it's a real shame. There is an unbelievable amount of information available to us, historical information and knowledge in the form of actual books. And I know a lot of that stuff's available online also, but you can't really compare reading something on a computer screen with actually physically holding a book in hand and spending that quiet time without the distraction and obtaining and taking in all the information that you're reading. So I've read books for my whole life, and I really attribute that one fact to the reason being that I was able to overcome a lot of difficulty in life, overcome tough times, and more importantly, continue to progress intellectually, spiritually, in all forms. So it's the books. It's the books that have given me the ability to do that. And in reading books, you need to also be selective in what you read. I don't mean just read comic books or read bullshit books. I mean carefully select literature that is in the field that you're interested in. And so for me, the first and foremost, I'm always interested in continuing to evolve and become a better person in all aspects. And so those are the type of books that I like to read. Self-help books, spiritual books. I like to read ancient texts. I like to read religious books. I've read many different types of books, going back from to newly released books to books that were written hundreds of years ago. And I study things like that because that's where my interest is. So again, it's very important that you select things that are of interest to you and of benefit also. So I typically advise people to stay away from novel type books. It's good if you enjoy that, do it fine in a leisurely way. But for the most part, you want to read books that are going to actually give you information that you'll be able to utilize and retain. So you want to become more knowledgeable as you're reading. You don't want to just pass the time bullshitting, listening to somebody's story, made up story. Because the net result of that is that it will have been the equivalent of you just watching a television show for half an hour on TV. You're not really taking anything in. So I want to encourage you guys to give reading a chance. I know people are very different now than in the past, in the sense that they're very occupied with so many different things. Technology and gadgets tend to be the thing that people spend their most time with. And so get some books, give it a chance, and really try to implement this one thing into your life. Because I'm telling you that without having read so many books in my life, I could never ever have achieved many of the things that I have. And so those books really saved me in many ways. And to this day, I continue, and I will continue for as long as I'm able to always make some time in each day to read. And to read important books, not bullshit books, to read things that I'm going to be benefiting from. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Hopefully you'll give some thought to it and maybe pick up a book and read something instead of watching a television show or spending a lot of time on the internet. Thanks.